Why hello there fellow zombie lovers, this is Mandary1 bringing you a strategy guide for the new Nazi zombie map Ascension. Me and my friend Buddha Crane have been working on this for a while, so it's pretty refined now, and yeah, lots of information here, so bear with me, and hopefully it should help you out. So first off, it does work with any amount of players, but it works best with 2 players. It works pretty good with 3 and alright with 4, but since 2 is the best, that's what this video is going to focus on. But I will mention tips throughout it on how to play it with more than 2 players. So to start, you want one person to take the upstairs and the other to take the downstairs on round 1. Put 4 shots into a zombie, then stab them to maximize your points. And you want to avoid grabbing nukes unless it's the end of a round, in which case you'll get the 400 points even if there are no zombies alive. Also, look out for the trap in the center of the map, because that will steal your kills, as you can see there. You basically just want a point score for the first 4 or 5 rounds. Line up your zombies when shooting them, that way your bullets go through more in one of them, and you'll get more points that way. You should get a max ammo before round 4, which should help you out. If you run out of ammo, you can resort to knifing or throwing grenades. Knifing's better for points, but a little bit more risky. So on round 4 or 5, you're going to be preparing to leave through the upstairs door, leave the downstairs door closed. You should be leaving anyway around this time. Alternate opening doors with your friend, making sure that you each have at least 3,000 points stockpiled. That's because you want to buy a sickle, which is where you'll be headed. The first door is 750 points, the others are 1250, so do the math and don't be a Jew. So once you get to the sickle, each of you are going to need one. One person is going to be covering the back 2 windows, and the other is going to be covering the front entrance. If you're playing with 3 players, you would have 1 on each window, and if you're playing with 4, you would have 2 in the front entrance. Whoever's covering the front should be as close to that window at the bottom of the stairs here as you can. That does 2 things. First of all, it gives you a large area to fall back on. And secondly, it keeps the zombies from spawning too heavily on your teammates at the windows, which can get pretty hectic. If you do have ammo, you want to shoot the zombies several times before knifing them to, again, maximize your points. And then you're going to want to leave a crawler as soon as you can afford it, so that you can get to the power. But this strategy just makes the most out of your sickle. Yeah, so here's turning on the power. Just open up this gate, don't open up the other door. And you can hit the mystery box too. That way you'll have it's good to get a weapon in case, for backup in case you start to get overrun by a horde. You also want to call the lander to the sickle area. That'll give you an escape route if you need it. This is window duty here, what it looks like. You're basically just knifing the zombies, running back between these 2 windows and repairing them as you go. As I said, it can get pretty hectic in the higher rounds. So in a couple of rounds, you're going to want to leave a zombie as a crawler, and now you can do the lunar landers. Take the one from sickle, and then you're going to want to head over to the PhD flopper area and take that one. And then you are going to want to open the way to claymores, or the final lunar lander, depending on how you look at it. Again, alternating opening doors with your friend. And if you have enough points, you want to buy claymores as soon as you can as well. They're very handy for later. So now you want to activate the last lunar lander, which will let you launch the rocket, which will open up the pack-a-punch area, which is again going to be handy for later. So now if you have enough points left over, you can hit the mystery box for something more reliable. And then with your claymores, you're going to want to put them down by the wall, out of the way, so that the zombies don't set them off. That way you'll be able to go back and reposition them later. And then just continue doing the sickle technique until round 9, where you're going to want to leave another crawler. And now you want to open up this door, which heads to Juggernog. It's very important that you didn't get Juggernog before now, because you want to make the most out of the rounds where the sickle only takes 1 hit kill, which is until round 10. So yeah, now you have Juggernog, and that's all the doors you want open. You should have opened them all now except for this one here, and this one by power. It's very important that you leave those 2 closed. That way there's only one path to get in towards Juggernog, which will make it easier for you to defend. So if it is a monkey round, you're going to stand here at the entrance to Juggernog. This is the only way the monkeys can get in, is right here. And if it is monkeys, you're going to want to put your claymores down by Juggernog quickly, then run back to that entrance. You and your friend should only have Juggernog for the first monkeys round, so you can both defend the entrance. Use your knife, it's one-hit kill. And defending it from the entrance does two things. First of all, it gives you a bigger area to fall back on to kill the monkeys if they get by you. And secondly, it'll keep you closer to the other perks, which you're going to need to defend on higher rounds. And whenever you get a max ammo from a monkey round, you want to put down those claymores as soon as you can before they get replaced by the ones you get from a new round. Now for zombies, what you're going to want to do is you're going to be doing the hoarding technique. So one person's going to be at the PhD flopper area, which is this area here. And the best way to start for this specific area is by doing this weaving technique when the zombies are spawning in on the map. It's a nice way to group them together. And then you can start hoarding them around in circles. This is probably the easiest area to hoard as well. It's nice and open. You have lots of places to dodge, and there's not that many ways that zombies can get into this area. So it's pretty easy, as you can see. You just you want to walk around the outside and only sprint to avoid zombies. And if you're having trouble with ammo, you can always buy grenades off the wall and throw those. They also help at making crawlers. The combo, though, you're going to want to rock in this area is you need to have PhD flopper, mainly for those grenades. Obviously Juggernog and Speed Cola. And then you're probably going to want a ray gun and an LMG, preferably the HK, because it has more ammo. For running this area, and Gershes, that way you have a means to save your teammate should it come to that. But otherwise than that, just keep a cool head and don't panic, and keep running your route. The more you let them build up, the easier it is to control them. And if they drop a power up, don't run straight towards it, just continue on your lap to pick it up, and this gives you time to warn your teammate about it. That way if it's like a max ammo, they have time to reload, or if it's fire sale, they have time to prepare for it. And yeah, so it's pretty easy that way. This is the pack-a-punch area. This one your two players should be here. It kind of requires constant vigilance because there's a lot of ways for the zombies to get in, but there is a lot of room to maneuver, so it's not too bad. The ideal combo here is to have LMG and a thunder gun. Gershes are optional because the thunder gun will get the job done for saving a teammate. So yeah, just basically let them hoard up and then start shooting them. It's easier to, you want to start shooting them after you let them hoard up. That way you don't have to worry about them spawning in on the map so much, because you don't want them spawning in on the map really thickly. And as you can see, I just cut to round 40, and it's really not too much harder. So yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty effective technique. It doesn't rely on stopping power, which is something that I definitely like, because that's the thing about the higher rounds, is that ammo is going to become more of a problem. Even though you are picking up every max ammo that these zombies drop, still around 40, those zombies take a lot of bullets to kill, so you can always trade out weapons from the mystery box, and it doesn't really matter what kind of weapon you have, because stopping power is not essential to this technique. Yeah, just basically tame the horde, let them build up, and it's not too bad. And this is the third area here that you can hoard in. So if you have a third player, they can hoard in this. This is where the final lunar lander is. They can also, you can also make use of this area if you're just playing with 2 players, as you'll find out later. And if you're playing with 4 players, the 4th can hoard in the starting room that you start out in, the centrifuge room. But it is pretty hard to hoard there, so again, not recommended. But yeah, it's really not too bad. Now for monkeys, what you're going to want to do is now you're going to pick up those claymores you put down earlier, and you're going to start making a line in front of the Speed Cola and Juggernog, so that, as you'll see here, you have a big chain of claymores that are kind of spaced out so they don't blow each other up. And since Speed Cola has the longest path to it, you can defend it solely by using claymores. Juggernog, you also want to make a path, but you're going to still be stationed at the entrance to Juggernog, as I am here. Whoever has ray gun should be doing here, but you're also defending PhD, as you'll see here. So now when I see PhD start to be taken, I just run over to it and hit the monkey with my ray gun. And the claymores will stop, the claymores by Juggernog will stop any monkeys that get in there while I'm gone defending PhD. Now your person with the thunder gun is going to want to go over to stamina up, set off that fire trap, and put down any claymores that you have on you. You know, a stamina up, maybe you have a couple at PhD flopper. They're basically, if you have leftovers, because you don't want to put too many at Juggernog or Speed Cola, otherwise the zombies start setting them off. So if you have leftovers, just put them at the other perk machines that you have. And yeah, just defend, stamina up with your thunder gun and knife, and yeah, if you do it well enough, and don't let them touch any of the perk machines, then you're going to get a free perk, as we did there, the free 5th perk. And then if you're really capable, you can actually defend 5 perks, as the stamina up guy, as you can see here, will also be responsible for defending Quick Revive, which is probably my least favorite out of the 5 perks. But you just run over this balcony here, and you can shoot the monkey. And yeah, so it's really not that hard. There's how to defend 5 perks with just 2 players. So yeah, pretty effective monkey technique, and just keep remembering to put down those claymores every time you get that max ammo. Now for the high rounds too, since your stopping power is no longer any good, you're going to want to start using traps. This is how to use the pack-a-punch area trap. You just take them for the longer loop, set off that turret, and you can shoot them. That's a nice straightaway there for shooting them. And then you just lead them back to the pack-punch area. Be sure to kill the ones in the front so that the ones in the back can catch up. That way you don't get, you know, stuck in here. And yeah, then you can just go back to running your lap. But yeah, if you let the ones in the back get too far behind, now when you get to this area of it here, they can close in on you. So just make sure you let the ones in the back catch up, and that's the way to use the turret. There's also another strategy that we use, and this is the shift rotation. Basically, I'm leading my zombies from Pack-a-Punch to PhD, and meanwhile I've communicated with my buddy. We timed our departures so that he's also leaving. He's left PhD and he's gone over to the Claymore area and led his zombies through that fire trap. So now I'm just going to horde in PhD, and this is what it looks like going from PhD to the Claymore area. You just lead them through here, and there's a fire trap right there that you can set off to kill off your whole horde, and then you just start hording in Claymore, and then you lead them back to PhD, and I go back to PAP. And you're effectively killing off all the zombies on the map just like that. Very handy and still very easy to run. When you are in the Claymore area too, you want to be sure to call the lander in, as it'll make it easier to horde in that area. So yeah, that's basically that. And if somebody goes down, you shouldn't panic. It's pretty easy to get them. One of you should have either Gershes or a thunder gun. Just let your zombies, let your horde get behind you, as I'm doing here, and then start making your way over there. You'll run into their horde somewhere along the way. That's when you want to either throw the Gersh or use the thunder gun, as I'm going to do right here. And you should only really need to use one shot, and I just turned on the trap for good measure there. And then you can just easily make it over to him and revive him, and then he can continue running this area. You don't even need Juggernog to run it. You just got to be more careful. And there's a technique too that I'm showing right here, where you can let them buy shit during the middle of a round. And what we've done here is that I've kept killing all my zombies while he kept letting all his horde up. And there's only a set limit to how many zombies you can have on the map at once. So since I kept killing all mine, they started spawning towards him, and now this is the middle of a round right now. He's just hoarding the horde while I'm free to do what I want. So I just pack-a-punched a weapon, and now he's going to start mowing them down, as you'll see from his points. And they'll start spawning in on me again, but it's very handy. Nice way to control the horde and exploit the limit of zombies you can have on a map at once. We found an easier way to do this as well, and that's right here, where it's called merging the hordes, and I can take my horde from the Pack-a-Punch area and bring it to his horde here, because he doesn't have any perks right now. And this was during our game. And if you just coordinated it a little bit, as we're doing, as I'm trying to do here, he just runs ahead, and now we've merged both our hordes together. Now he just has to get ahead of me, and I'll take over the control of the zombies, and he can just sprint off, and as long as I don't kill any, he's free to do what he wants. He can hit the mystery box, buy his perks back. He's not going to run into any zombies because I have them all right here. So that's basically the strategy. We had to kill ourselves at round 40 there because it was 3 o'clock in the morning and I had to go to work in 5 hours, but you could easily get to 50 above and beyond. Just check it out, see for yourself, and sorry, I know that was a lot of information really fast, but I didn't want to make 2 parts to it, as I know you guys wouldn't like that, so hopefully I didn't fail too hard on this commentary, and yeah, thanks for watching, and good luck trying this out. Peace.